Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Rob.
I'm Sabrina.
And today we're going to tackle what I think is one of their more important projects, and that's having some backup water with our rain harvesting system.
My garden will love it too.
Right, so the first thing we're going to do is just use this for irrigation, but also to have almost 300 gallons of fresh water available if we should ever need it. Was just kind of put us at a little...
Eased our mind a bit.
Yeah, give us a little peace of mind. So what we bought is this rain harvesting by Blue Mountain Company. This is the first flush system. We're going to be installing this. We have a 275 gallon IBC tote, which was food grade, which is very important. Make sure if you get one of these, they're food grade. And we've already cleaned it out. But we're going to end up wrapping this in plastic. We're going to tie this into our new gutters that we put on the barn and walk you through the project. So stay tuned.
Step one, get the pad done.
What are you doing? All right, first thing I'm doing right behind the barn here, we're going to put up some of these cap blocks to support it off the ground, and then we're going to fill it in with the gravel that we have and kind of make a little pad here. And then we're going to come off the gutters and into this IBC tote right here. Sure do. Sure do, Magoo.
Not bad.
All right, so we got it in place. We got the blocks in. It's fairly level. Once it settles in the back end, we'll settle into the dirt a little bit. But next step is going to be protecting the water from UV light. So we have to wrap the plastic itself in black plastic to keep algae from forming in there. So pretty crucial step. So we're going to take this whole thing apart, wrap it in plastic, drill our overflow holes in it because we're going to have an overflow, and then we're going to have an input from the gutter. So we're going to put 2 holes in it and set it, put it all back together.
If you want to give us a hand.
I don't think they do.
Okay, so I'm going to just spray these fittings down and the pipe so that way we can protect from the sunlight.
All right, so now that we got this in place, I'm going to put the overflow in. Just got this bulkhead fitting that I'll end up putting in somewhere here. We'll see what we can reach from the inside, drill that in, and then we'll come out with a 2-inch pipe down so that if this thing ever fills up, it can overflow out. And I've also gotten this rubber sewer drain gasket, which what we're doing is thin wall sewer pipe, and I'll put that in. I'll drill it up here on the top somewhere, so when we come out, the pipe will just seat in that and it'll make a pretty good seal so that we don't get bugs and dirt and everything else in the water. So that should work. So we'll end up putting that there and the bulkhead there, and after that we'll wrap the thing in plastic. All right, so I need to see if you can reach in the hole. How far can you reach?
I can reach if I get up there.
Can you climb up this end? And I just want to see where can I put this all the way over here and have you reach the other side to hold the fitting while I tighten it. Can you reach here? Could you put enough strength on that for me to torque on this? Like this will be inside, so I'll need you to hold that, and then I'm tightening a nut onto it.
I'll just have to get a different grasp. I don't want to reach over here. I can go here.
So this is higher though. Can you reach over here? I want to go as high as possible.
If it comes out there, you're going to wash your trucks out.
Or how about over here? Yeah. No, this is right in front of the thing.
Yeah, that's too far. I don't have the grasp.
Alright, I mean this will be alright.
I can go there.
Okay. It's just so much lower. It's like gallons of water.
Yay.
Okay, hold on. Rather safe than sorry. Rather safe than sorry.
I can with that hand, but
It's all good.
I can't hold on to it as firmly.
Let's see how we did.
Let's just put it on the ground. So
Can you jam that through without dropping it in there? You might have to thread it through. You can do it.
funny.
There we go. We're good. If it leaks there, it's overflowing anyway. Alright, success. We have our bulkhead fitting in, and now we're going to take this apart and wrap it in plastic. Alright, I'm just using some 3mm plastic sheeting, black, keep the sun out. It's just regular $10 a roll or whatever, not too much. And we're going to wrap this up like a Christmas present.
Then I guess I should help because you suck at wrapping Christmas presents.
So I would think lay this out, and then we'll come in from the top so that the wraps go down.
Okay.
We'll flip it over onto it upside down and then just wrap it that way. So let's lay this out so we can center it on it. I don't think we need this full thing. So we'd have plenty if I cut it here.
What's that?
We'd have plenty if I cut it here.
Here, why don't you fold it up and make sure that it hits here.
I got plenty. I got it for days.
Okay, good.
I've already done it. You got it? Good. 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 Awesome.
You measured twice, cut once.
I cut once, go buy it again, cut it again, probably screw it up again, and then blame you.
You definitely got the end game right. Blaming me.
All right.
So
Let's wrap this Christmas present.
it's gonna be a knot.
Yeah, but the side where it's gonna catch water, you got like a flap here that's gonna take in water and just sit in here. So this kind of needs to be.
The inside out.
Like fold your flaps in.
This has to be different.
Why?
Huh? Because this has to go first and these have to go last. Yeah.
Hold this in like this.
We just have to go opposite, babe. So this last, the other side first.
Alright, so we gotta flip this down. This basically needs to get totally rotated. Okay, so it's gotta go straight in this way. It is hot.
It's real hot.
Should be good.
I'm good.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to hook up the overflow. Just put a 2-inch bulkhead fitting, a threaded 2-inch PVC drain, street 90 going down, and then 2-inch pipe going down like that. And what I'll do is I'll come back and glue this all. Everything's just kind of dry fit in place, but that way if this overfills, it'll have a place to go. And we might play with it a little bit, maybe end up running it out a little bit further, but that is good there. And then next step is we're going to put in the first flush system. So I ended up having seamless gutters installed this week. I figured that was just the quickest and easiest and cleanest way to do it versus getting up there, piecing everything together. This is a 40-foot run. Relatively affordable. I think buying all the parts myself, getting a second ladder, 2 people up there, you know, a few $100 for them to install it. That's a good investment in my opinion. So I'm just going to take apart the drain to here. I'm going to put the first flush in, and we're going to try to route over the 4-inch pipe, and we'll cut in a hole to the IBC tote. So just take this apart. One thing I ended up buying was a 3x4-inch gutter adapter to a 4-inch sewer line, and that's going to go right into the top of this first flush. There's a directional arrow here, so I'm going to just dry fit everything for now. So this is going to kind of live in that area right there. We might actually have to trim it a little bit higher. And then the first flush tube will come down here, and then we'll 90 it over and then run it into the IBC tote. So just going to dry fit it all first. The idea with this system is, and I think it should be longer, we'll end up probably eventually raise it up a bit. This ball goes in this tube, and this goes in the bottom, so this ball sits in there until it rains, and then the rain comes down straight down and fills up this tube, and slowly the ball floats to the top. When this is full of all the dirty water, that's the first flush off the roof, this ball actually sits in this little opening in here, and it'll seal that up. So the ball is raised by the water, seals up this this hole in here, and that ends up diverting the supposedly cleaner water out of the side pipe and into whatever we're going to fill. So after it stops raining, there's a little nozzle at the bottom here, and it's got little gaskets that we can put in for different sizes, and this water will just slowly drip out, and the ball will slowly come back down, opening this chamber up for the next time it rains, and the same thing happens again. This fills up, seals this up, and the water is diverted to fill your tanks. So that's the idea of the first flush system. So, and then every once in a while you can open this up and clean out all the gunk that's kind of collected in this bottom, the sediment and bird droppings or whatever is on the roof. So that is a pretty cool setup. We'll see how it works. The other thing is you got to keep in mind that there's a lot of weight, and once this fills up with water, there's a lot of weight in this tube here, so we're definitely going to have to support it pretty well. But like I said, right now we're just dry fitting everything, making sure it works. All right, and you guys can certainly pipe this however you want, but I'm just putting a little piece of pipe there into a coupler, and then another coupler with like a boiler drain screw hole, and I'm going to thread all this up and glue it all up. But that's in essence how our system's going to look right there, and we'll be able to connect a hose to it and open it up. And for now we're going to run on gravity, but eventually I'm going to probably pipe this into a pump so we can pressurize it. Now I need to come over and then down. Like that. Alright guys, so we are done with the project. It's been about a week or so. We had some heavy rain this last week, and I'm happy to say the tote is full of water. Just a real recap of what we did. We ended up installing seamless gutters up on our barn. They actually put a leaf filter guard up there as well, so we're not going to get a lot of leaf debris in there. We tied into the downspout with our first flush system, and that fills this up with dirty water, and then it diverts it into the tank.
From there, once the tank is full, it then comes out the overflow spout that we put on. We also put a screen on it so that way we don't get any intruders.
Right. We don't want any bugs coming back up into the water that way, so definitely put a screen on there. But right now the tank is full. We're relying on the pressure, the weight of the water to force the water out, and it's great for garden irrigation, drip irrigation, but it's not high pressure at this point, so we'll probably end up doing some sort of pump down the road. But this has been a pretty straightforward and easy process to have almost 300 gallons of water on hand if we needed it.
Yeah, it's definitely a good peace of mind right here.
Right, and it saves us from running the well pump just to irrigate the garden, so that's, and it's natural water. But all right, well, thank you guys for joining us on this episode of our rain catchment system. We're certainly going to keep you updated on it and as we add to it. But we'll see you guys on the next one.
Take care.